Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Steel Donut Collective, and welcome back to Sailor Moonth. My name is Connor. With me on this video are Blake.
Hey.
And Bob.
Hey, kids. This is my current intro line.
Hey, kids.
Hey, kids.
Hey, kids. We're home early.
And today, we are reading a story that's in the Crossovers plus Sailor Moon crossover section.
Thank you, fanfiction.net, for being great.
Anyway, this story is called Living as a Family.
Aww.
By Genji Kazamaru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here is heartwarming short story with a message we should all take to heart.
Alright, guys.
Weirdly enough, the author is not nearly as bad a writer as that description makes them seem.
Yeah, actually, that's true, but they're bad in another way.
Yeah.
Let me just also be clear for the audience. This story has a really important message that I want you to glean before we get to it. Because the author will kind of, lay it out for us later on. So, you should be thinking about what the message of this story is before we get there. And I want you to ask yourself if you got the same message that they intended.
All right.
Because I'm not sure I did.
Then let's begin. Sailor Moon Chronicles S. Fur Affinity Collection.
Oh, no!
Living as a Family.
Oh,
No!
hey, it could be worse. It could be their Ink Bunny collection.
I thought the most furry shit we'd get into with Sailor Moon would be that fucking cover we made for the announcement video.
No,
We just threw our heads on wolves.
Put on your furry Halloween costumes, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey,
This
that is
one.
my fur identity suit. It is a vital part of me, and it is not
That's
a
my
costume.
skin.
My skin.
That's me. That's the real me.
Living as a Family. The sun in its morning glory greeted the town in its smiles of light.
Jesus.
The smiles which passed on to the people on this chipper Saturday morning.
Oh,
Gosh.
Sunny day.
I feel like
that's all I'm thinking of.
Jeez, already this is so over the top happy and idyllic. It would be like if you gave Bob Ross uppers and told him to write a story.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want those happy little clouds? These clouds must be giddy.
I used to
fucking
paint happy little
freaking
clouds,
out.
but now I write happy little clouds.
Yeah, these clouds are ecstatic.
I like the idea of applying Bob Ross's painting advice to writing, in the middle of a sentence, just adding some happy little clouds.
Well, no, he wants you to just type a couple letters and see where it goes.
It would be great if you had a writing spin-off, and it's just the same advice, and it doesn't work at all for writing.
Just work it in there, you know?
Did you misspell some words? Well, that's a happy little accident.
Yeah, you made a mistake. That's fine. Just give it a buddy. Now it looks perfect.
Now it looks perfect.
Yeah, let's... The serene cerulean sky was beautiful and oceanic, having the Pacific blueness of the water and the clouds as foamy waves.
Jesus.
The clouds slowly rolled on lazily along, as they do.
As you do.
As you do.
The sky was in its most panoramic view. Seas of blue with mists of... Yeah.
There was not much to say about this slice of suburbia, so let me continue this long-ass paragraph.
About the sky. About the suburbia. There's nothing to say about suburbia. That's why I'm talking about the sky.
This next sentence is good. All the anthropomorphic creatures lived lives.
Duh.
That's what the word lived means.
D-U-H. Duh.
It is typical, but so wonderfully atypical.
No, it's
Whoa.
not.
I believe Socrates was the one who said, whoa.
Why would some say it's boring? It's beautiful. Children in the beds, the curtains shut tightly to block off as much of the sun as possible, leaving only
Acne-ridden
thin
faces
stripes
as
to
their
enter.
arthritis-riddled wrists while they're trying to play World of Warcraft.
It's another Pleasant Valley Sunday.
We're sleeping in after having to get up early for the past 5 days. The parents did sleep in a little later, maybe an hour or so. Husband and wife ate breakfast together.
What about husband and husband? Hey!
Hey, fuck you.
Hey, we'll get to that a little bit later, wink.
This is so
Wink.
obviously 1950s, though.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, well. So wait. So this is a furry universe that gives Leave It to Beaver a whole new meaning.
Oh.
He's just straight up.
Yeah.
He's like chewing down trees. And it's like all
Now
beaver.
I really want to see if there are any Leave It to Beaver fanfics set in a furry universe.
Dude, think about it. Like, Rocco's Modern Life would be like live action, and like All in the Family would be an animated kids show.
God damn it. I'm
Yeah.
imagining a Rocco's
Starring
Modern Life
those
live
cool
action.
mans.
That means like Cat Dog would be like David Cronenberg body horror.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Neighbors walked their pets, went along their jogging courses, or just shot the breeze with each other. Shoot the breeze. Were you born in the 50s?
Yeah, they were just sitting in the wind
breeze.
on their rocking chairs playing checkers outside the Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Chewing the fat.
That's the comparison that I was looking for. This story is what it's like inside of a Cracker Barrel.
No,
Yeah.
this is what people inside a Cracker Barrel think the rest of the world is like while they're inside the Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
As soon as you step outside, you go, shit.
This
That's where
Cracker
they get
Barrel
you.
gives
And
me
then-
Can I
some-
go back to the Cracker Barrel?
The crushing cynicism of reality leads you to go back to the Cracker Barrel.
Leads you
That's their
back.
secret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best part of Cracker Barrel. You feel the cynicism lift off your shoulders, and through the windows you see a beautiful shining utopia. But the second you
Yeah.
step outside with your like $15 knickknacks you bought at the gift shop, you're gonna be like, fuck me, why did I buy this? I needed gas to get home.
When you were in the Cracker Barrel, you managed to leave one peg on the triangle game. When you go out, you somehow leave 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck.
Whoa. Oh, man.
It's a gift and a curse.
It is.
Yeah. Those children that did awake at reasonable hours scampered around in the front and backyards and playgrounds.
Jesus, get these kids out of here. There's so many of them.
Laughter bounced off the trees and dews on the grass, and interlaced with the song Birds Waltz, which the children skipped along to.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah, when this guy wrote the story, Rockin' Robin was a brand new song.
Yeah.
Can I just say, like, that's set, like, you know, they say don't end a sentence with a preposition, right? And that's not, some sentences are better if you end them with a preposition. That's not really necessarily a hard and fast rule you have to stick to, depending on, like, your sentence structure. But in this case, you basically had 2 sentences, and then in order to combine them, you ended the sentence with a preposition so that you could combine laughter bouncing off trees, dews on grass, interlaced with the song Birds Waltz, which, like, Jesus, stop.
What
Just
they
break
say.
it up. If you want to do imagery, do imagery. Don't, like, paint the whole picture in a single sentence. That's
Exactly.
too much. You're not
You need to
good
watch
enough
Bob
to do it.
Ross's how to paint right videos.
Right, like, Bob
Yeah.
Ross's advice was, like, you know, you put a little bit of paint on the canvas, and then you, like, work with what you've got. And instead, this person's throwing the entire palette on the canvas and hoping they end up with something good, and then moving on to another canvas.
Hey, what do you have against Jackson Pollock?
Jackson Pollock has no illusions about whether or not he's making something that looks like something you can see
That's
just
true.
walking around.
Well, you know, they say never end a sentence with a preposition. I say never end a sentence with a proposition. Hey,
Yeah,
you want to go out to eat? And just leave. Don't let him respond.
Also, is it weird that for some reason I'm reading this paragraph and the only thing I can think of is Simpsons? I don't know. But,
I'm trying to think.
like
I'm trying to think
that
of a way
or-
to make it more furry.
That or
Like
Mr.
instead of
Well, here
Simpsons,
we
like
go.
maybe Simians.
Here we go. Oh, yeah, that's the spinoff in this universe.
Yeah.
Not really the spinoff, the version. But here we go. Dog, cat, beaver, meerkat, kangaroo, they all played together, talked together, loved together, lived together.
Yeah, fuck non-mammals.
The
The rest of the animal kingdom can suck a fat one. Eat shit, lizards.
So beautiful. Yeah.
It is so beautiful.
A yellow taxi drove down the lane. Cute houses following no set uniform were to each side of the taxi.
He's
Or
like
to
smashing
each
through
side.
like crowds of people. It's like, hey, it's crazy taxi, and we gotta make some crazy.
Oh, I thought that was a sick McMansions diss. You know? Back
Yeah,
in my
yeah,
day,
yeah,
we built
yeah,
our
yeah.
houses with our own hands out of the Sears catalog.
Yeah, dude.
Out of the Sears catalog.
Families, yeah, you could order homes from the Sears
I
catalog way
remember
back
that.
in the day. Families were eating breakfast or pulling out of the driveway to go do the decrees of the weekend.
Holy crap, that's the best band name I ever heard. Decrees of the Weekend.
Decrees of the
Like
Weekend.
that's
Shit, yeah.
like if you're like a party band, like that is a great name. Like Decrees of the Weekend. Like
Oh, fuck
it's like
me.
it's like, did you hear that rich bastard, man? For his 16th birthday, he got Decrees of the Weekend.
Oh
Damn.
my god. Sweet 16s should not be that sweet. Calm down.
Sweet!
Can I just say, Decrees of the Weekend sounds like the kind of band where, like, they'd have an album and their singles would all be about partying, and then, like, there'd be, like, 12 tracks on the album, and, like, track 10 is one where they get really introspective and they ask, is this really what life is for? Like, we just party all the time, and, like, is this really a good thing? But every other track is just party, party, party.
I like to imagine that they have they kind of sound like Cobra Starship. You know, that's the sort of band I'm picturing. Decrees of the Weekend.
They put out like 2 singles that get radio play and ad play and, get on people's Spotify playlists, but no one really cares about the rest
After
of
a
the
certain
album.
point, yeah. And then we're like, yeah, I mean, we all still know them. They still put out music. We hear them occasionally, but the ones people go back to are those original 2 singles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Decrees of the Weekend.
Oh my god, I love this band. I sit there for 40 minutes while
Listening
they
to
play
this
music I
one
don't
song
know.
over and over.
They
Yeah.
play
exactly.
music I don't know, and then they play the one great song, and then I leave.
I'm their biggest fan.
He might actually be.
Okay. Decrees of the Weekend, theme park, church, movies, shopping, and such which.
Jesus. Oh, God. We got stopped partway through. What a glorious sentence. Like, families were eating breakfast or pulling out of the driveway. By the way, glad you're making a choice on that. You should not do both at the same time. But they're pulling out of the driveway to go do the decrees of the weekend.
Woo!
And no colon here. There could have been a colon here where they used one earlier. Instead, there's a comma, and then it says theme park, church, movies, shopping, and such which. You could have just said and such, or like, and etc. Like,
or, yeah.
I don't. Such which was not one of your options.
Or maybe they or and such shit. That's what they meant to say.
Yeah.
Theme park, church, movie, shopping, and such shit.
There's so much effort put towards a no effort sentence ending. That's the weird part to me.
Yeah, they clearly they were trying really hard on that whole decrees of the weekend thing. They were trying really hard on the decrees of the weekend thing, and then they were like, such a witch.
Yeah.
Period.
Oh, yeah, we think that's good. Wait until you see what's next.
The taxi was particularly independent, for if the driver was excluded from the count, only one person was inside.
Excuse me.
Why would he be excluded?
What?
Can I just go drown myself now?
What does that mean?
That was so passionate dissonance.
I'm gonna go drown myself in the tub.
Particularly independent. What? Okay. Sure.
How do we move on?
We just do. Furthermore, that person was not in casual wear.
Because as long as he's got his suit and tie, he's going to leave it all on the floor tonight.
The taxi pulled to the curb next to a nice 2-story house of a creamy white color. There were nicely manicured and evenly spaced rows of daisies and pansies at the house's facade. Not a weed was in sight.
Yeah, I couldn't do it, guys.
You couldn't drown yourself?
I couldn't.
This next sentence might make you, though. Elements of a child's presence were evident on the lawn.
God damn it!
I've never been... Oh, gosh. Wow.
Elements of a child's presence might be evidence of a pedo's presence.
Yeah, I was going to say, it might be evidence of a crime. Like, why can't you just say
Do I
there were
need to, like,
child's
call
toys
mine?
and shit all over the lawn?
Yeah, hi, FBI. There's a webpage you're going to want to look at. It's called Living as a Family, a X-Overs plus Sailor Moon X-Overs crossover.
Okay.
Alright. Where were we? Oh, yeah. A basketball was left half buried in a spot of tall grass.
What? How?
The basketball just sits there and they just mow the lawn around it. That's why there's just a spot of tall grass there. No one plays basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about rows of pansies and daisies, no weeds, but you got the section of tall grass. Like, come on, mow your lawn.
Yeah.
Do you want to move that basketball? Because I'm not gonna.
It's not my basketball. You should pick it up.
A small bike was propped against the 5-foot-high plastic basketball hoop.
Unused plastic basketball hoop.
Yeah, someone really skimped. They don't really love their child, I guess.
Well,
I mean, if you got a 5-foot-high plastic basketball hoop, you know what you would do with it? You'd throw it away. That's what you would do.
the back door of the taxi was nudged open. After a long trip of sitting on a plane, then waiting on the bench at the airport, then sitting for the final stretch in the taxi, a male kangaroo, young at 27, handsome in his forest camo fatigue, stretched his arms to the sun before ducking back into the taxi for his duffel bag.
That just made me realize, in this universe, do you think Kangaroo Jack is actually the main character of the movie?
Jeez.
He appears for more than like 5 minutes.
Not even the Kangaroo Jack is like played in live action, but the Kangaroo Jack is the main character.
Well, here's the thing.
Because in the original movie, like he's on the poster and all, but he appears for like 5 minutes because he was clearly added afterwards.
Oh God! Now I have to make a poster for Crocodile Dundee, don't I?
Here's the thing. Kangaroo Jack is, well, played by an actual kangaroo. But the humans are now CGI, and the movie is named after the humans.
Oh, and everyone's like, what? I thought those two guys are going to be the main characters. Instead, it's this kangaroo.
Yeah.
I came here for amusing humans saying stupid things.
Who are the people who made, what's it called? Who were in Kangaroo Jack?
God, I don't know.
Like, who knows? One of the guys was from SNL, and nobody liked him on SNL.
Yeah, especially.
And the other guy, like, I don't even remember who he is, except for the fact that he, like, grabs
I'm just trying to think what would be the better title for the movie. You know, I guess Anthony Anderson would be a pretty good title for that movie.
Anthony Anderson?
Just Anthony Anderson.
Yeah.
Or no, it would be called Human Anthony.
Man, do you remember that scene where, like, Human Anthony? Do you remember the scene where he, like, grabs that woman's tits, and then, like, later they fall in love?
You know, despite seeing Kangaroo Jack more than once as a kid, I can't remember anything from it. I think that's the best. I think that puts the movie into perspective in one sentence for me.
We went to the theater to see it, because my parents, like, they didn't really read any reviews. We just happened to be at the mall at the time. Like, hey, you want to see a movie? So they just saw it. It was the only PG-rated movie at the movie theater. Everything else was, like, hard R. And it was like, well,
yeah.
Like, we were little kids, so they're like, okay, we're going to go see Kangaroo Jack. And no joke, we were going, like, when my mom went to order get the tickets, the lady said, are you sure? She's like, because that movie, like, she straight up said, that movie is, like, really bad. Like, would you rather see, like Jackass? My mom's like, my kids are too young to see that. And she's like, well, Kangaroo Jack's kind of a fucked up movie, but okay.
She's really too pure to see Kangaroo Jack.
And then, like, my mom was like, yeah, that lady was right. That we probably shouldn't have seen that.
Now, can I just remind you, Kangaroo Jack is an award-winning film. It was critically panned, but it did win the Kids' Choice Awards for Favorite Fart in a Movie. In 2004. That is a true fact.
Yeah. Connor was the only one who voted on it. He was like, yeah, it was the best.
You know,
like, nobody else voted in that category. And Connor was like, I think Kangaroo Jack has an alright one. You know what? That's our winner.
Fucking, you know, Kangaroo Jack is what I don't want to see it again, but just because it's not even like some nostalgic thing where I thought it was really good. I knew it was pretty bad, but I don't really want to see it again just because I still know it would be worse than what I'm imagining.
It's so much worse.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Lisa,
Kangaroo Jack should exist as a reference and nothing else.
Yes. I never saw anything other than the commercials, and even when I was a kid, I looked at that and I went, that movie looks like utter trash.
At least
why did they make that film?
Now we could just look back and, like, you don't need to rewatch Kangaroo Jack or Snow Dogs or any of those movies. You could just look back and go, that was fucking weird.
Snow Dogs. Yeah, they're like smoking weed. No, Snow Dogs was way better than Kangaroo Jack.
And can I just say, Step Dogs was a much better
Step Dog
film
Fucking stepdog.
Yeah.
By the way, we really need to go looking for Kangaroo Jack fan fiction now.
Wait, does that mean that in this universe, this fanfic that we were reading before we got on this tangent, like Snow Dogs is about like a dog whose dream it is to run like the human sled race, and a bunch of humans are pulling him on the sled.
Yeah. And
oh my gosh, guys, I have a great idea. Kangaroonth Jack.
Oh. We'd have to read like all 8 of the Kangaroo Jack stories that have ever been made.
We'd have to see the movie again.
Oh man. Hey, Michael Shannon is in the movie.
If I was with you guys riffing the movie, I could see it again.
I guess, yeah.
You know what? Next year when we meet up again, that'll be our life goal. Watch Kangaroo Jack.
Yeah. Our next movie riff.
We'll see how long we can get, how far in we can get through Kangaroo.
We've been riffing on a bunch of low-budget animated kids movies that Blake's
Time to
mom
just
made
break
him watch,
copyright.
Now we're just gonna watch Kangaroo Jack,
which is also a low-budget film with awful animation that my mom made me watch.
All right. Here we go. Back to the taxi. The taxi left promptly, yet the man didn't move from the spot on the curb. Lieutenant Robert Andrews gave... That's the whitest name I've ever heard.
Can we back up a second and let me remind you we're in the middle of Sailor Moonth, and this story has more to do with Kangaroo Jack than it does with Sailor Moon.
Kangaroo Jack.
Well, it's Sailor Moon Chronicles S, the Fur Affinity Collection.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder, is this like one story part of the Fur Affinity Collection? Like there's multiple stories featuring furries that are supposed to be Sailor Moon?
I'm pretty sure the author didn't do anything like that. I mean...
Well, not to use a furry reference, but that's a rabbit hole I don't want to go down.
No, I'm looking at... No, they have other Sailor Moon Chronicles S stories.
I just wanted to make a
They're not in the
rabbit hole
titles or
joke.
the description, so I have no fucking idea how we would find them.
I liked it, Blake. I liked it a lot.
Good.
That was a classic joke right there.
Yeah,
I liked it.
A Cadillac is a sick joke.
So yeah. Lieutenant Robert Andrews gazed at the cozy house before him, transfixed by what made it so wonderful and stunning. Which by this point was like the wood.
Transfixed by what made it so wonderful and thesaurus.
Yeah. It was too much to bear.
Oh!
So the strong, tall, muscular kangaroo developed tears in his brown eyes that slide down his golden cheeks.
Oh man!
Now I'm just imagining Kangaroo Jack crying.
He's just crying. He comes back from war and he's just like he brushes the tears out of his eyes and he says, "No." He looks at his house, brushes the tears out of his eyes, and he says, "Good day, USA."
Good day, mate.
He brushed them away and began to walk to the door. His strong finger poked at the doorbell.
All his weak fingers just withered away and died.
Well, I like how he's poking at it. Like he's not quite hitting it. It's like he's so big and muscular that he doesn't have the fine motor skills to press a doorbell.
Yeah. His muscles are so tense he can't move his finger at all.
The melody that played was the sweetest sound in the world to him.
Dun, dun. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, shit. This is my jam.
Oh, I didn't know that this house had my jam. Just a minute,
said a man's voice in a singing tone. The unlatching of the lock followed as the prelude to the opening.
Jesus.
Followed
as the prelude to the opening.
I did that thing where I waved my arm out, whoa. A male chocolate rabbit, the same age, opened the door.
No, that's racist.
Chocolate rabbit?
Unless he's made of actual chocolate, like what?
I mean, chocolate rabbits are a thing they sell.
Yeah, it's an Easter bunny thing. Yeah, he's a chocolate rabbit.
That's fucking weird.
It's like that weird Axe commercial where that chocolate guy is walking around and women are eating him.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah. The hair on his head was shaped into small, curious blonde spikes.
Dude, you're married with a kid now. You need to let the punk your punk phase die.
All right, chill with it, dog.
Edge for life.
He was terribly cute in his purple and yellow flowered Hawaiian shirt, khaki shorts, and blue flip-flops.
Learn to coordinate. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. He sang hello without completely noticing who stood at the door.
How did you not know he was coming back today?
I really hope the author's gay, because, like, I mean, I
This
feel
is
like this
the
character's
1950s.
already offensive. They're, like, such a stereotype. Like,
This is the 1950s, Bob. He had to send a letter from overseas that probably got lost overboard on the ship.
no.
Felipe,
Some shit.
I do not know if we will make it home. I am stuck in this Cracker Barrel, and they are charging me for the biscuits because they're running low.
Yeah. The boys are glad to see my return.
$2.50 for a Diet Coke. $2.50. The horror.
Upon recognition, the rabbit began to cry. His arms tightly embraced the taller man. I believe you mean kangaroo.
Yeah, I think you mean manimal.
The kangaroo cradled the rabbit's head with his hand.
It's been too long, Robbie.
The rabbit said through his sobs.
I missed you so much.
The kangaroo smiled at his husband's words. Don't cry, Felipe. I'm home now. You should be smiling.
Remember when this was the Sailor Moon story? Me neither.
It's the Fur Affinity collection. The gay Fur Affinity collection. Come on, man. Felipe released his husband from the embrace.
Then he turns into, like, a woman from a diner, like, you're right, hon.
He feverishly wiped the tears away with his bare hands.
That's the source. Feverishly.
Yeah.
Come on in.
You're right, hon. Come on in. Grab a seat. You want a milkshake?
Yeah, we got burgers for just $2. $2.
You want a side of fries for 20 cents?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Give me some onion rings or some fried pickles or something like that.
Fried pickles.
Yeah. Rob set down his duffel bag on the step. And worked to untie his boots.
That was always the worst Nine Inch Nails song. My back is a duffel.
Yeah. And I was thinking, like, they got the pouch in the front. So maybe he's got a duffel on the back.
Yeah. Let me help.
Said Felipe, bending down to his feet.
I have 2 working hands, thank you very much.
Well,
you
I mean,
untie your own fucking shoes.
Well, no offense. I saw you trying to poke at that doorbell, and I didn't want to say that I was watching you the whole time.
That's true. I only have one. I
I
guess I don't have working hands. I've got one strong finger.
and one small smile.
Yeah. Felipe's hands were very quick at untying Rob's boots. It was thanks to all of Felipe's practice wrapping gifts with spectacular and flamboyant ribbons.
come on.
Jesus. Come on. Why is Felipe such a gay stereotype?
Like, does he also train poodles in his spare time?
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Does
Does he have an Etsy store where he just sells, like, useless shit nobody wants?
Hey guys, check out my new...
Just like every other Etsy store?
He's like in his sing-song voice, he's just like, hey guys, check out my new Human Anthony Perlers.
Yeah.
Human Anthony Perlers.
He sells hand-knitted Human Anthony sweaters.
And koozies.
Koozies and shit. He's a big fan. He was the one voter for Human Anthony to win the fucking best fart.
Human Anthony.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That was in the Cubs Choice Awards.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh shit.
He pulled off Rob's boots and was disoriented by the odor of his green socks.
Jesus.
Green socks?
Camo socks, I guess.
Yeah, don't want anyone to see
the
your
socks
ankles.
started off white.
Oh, I'd be disoriented as well then.
I would, yeah. Knock you off your feet, knock you off your face.
Yeah.
Knock you off.
Roll you
Rob-
out the fucking door.
Rob laughed. I've been on my feet a lot in the few days without a chance to change my socks.
In the few days, what?
Between being
you know
on
what?
a plane and...
There have been a few days wherein he is without the chance to change his socks.
Oh, yeah.
And during those few days, he has been on his feet a lot. It makes
Right.
grammatical
Makes-
sense, even though it's
yeah.
the not the sentence that they intended.
Still, happy accidents.
They accidentally the whole sentence.
They followed Bob Ross's writing advice. They had a happy little accident.
Yeah, happy little accident.
Put a couple more around it, and hey, you got a story.
Yeah.
Bob Ross's writing advice, happy writing advice. It's like, make sure that your gay characters are offensive stereotypes.
Like, incredibly offensive stereotypes.
Felipe distanced himself and stretched out his arms to tug off the socks.
Well, in this house, it's either clean socks or no socks, doll face.
Oh, no, that wasn't a burn.
Alright, he's gonna whip his socks off and the stench is gonna get like 50 times worse.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's just fumigating the house.
Yeah.
Getting rid of all these fucking pests. Get out of here! How did a whole nest of rabbits get in here? Get out!
You know how I prefer no socks, commented Rob, happy to have his feet breathe.
This is normally a completely normal thing. Like, oh yeah, you prefer no socks. I prefer no socks too, but it's like...
Yeah. But
Just enough attention to make it weird.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for like the foot fetish, just writing this socks versus no socks is like condom versus no condom.
Yeah, that's like going in raw. Going into the house raw.
I mean,
Going into the living room raw.
I'm glad fanfiction.net provides a place for gay furry foot fetishists to write their story.
I guess. Yeah, that's true. I'm glad they have a place. It's not like they shouldn't have a place.
Now we're still waiting for the Sailor Moon part, though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I'm definitely still waiting for that.
Yeah, that's what we're currently taking.
I bet that's coming in the last third.
Yeah, Usagi's going to show up in the last line.
Yeah. Hey guys, the end.
Felipe grabbed the handle.
I'll take it to the room. You've had enough hard labor for a while.
Felipe slid out of his sandals and ascended the step, leaving Rob to wonder why he deserved such a wonderful man.
There's one step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Their first story is just a crawl space.
And so, you know what? I love that, but also, I love that he's got his upstairs sandals and his downstairs sandals. These ones, downstairs sandals, I mean.
Yeah.
Downstairs?
Yeah. This is his downstairs sandals, and those are his upstairs sandals.
Gasped a small voice.
Can you just, lower my volume, till it's barely audible?
Can you gasp that?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're home! A little 6-year-old kangaroo boy, cute and innocent with eyes of shimmering hazel and fur as golden as the morning sun.
Oh no, his eyes have fur!
Oh, jeez. He took after his father more than his surrogate mother. He dressed like his other father, shirt and shorts. Thank God. He skated to Rob and leapt into his arms.
He's so extreme.
Yeah.
Dang. Did he do a sick trick on the way in?
In this universe, Tony Hawk is an actual hawk.
Oh my God!
That's why it's so unfair that he's a skateboarder, because,
Yeah, because he gets ridiculous amounts of air.
Yeah.
He just gets ridiculous amounts of air. He leaves the board behind and flies away.
He was the first skater to do a 9,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He skated to Rob and leapt into his arms. Rob swung this son around playfully.
The other one he just left alone.
We don't talk about that.
The other one he didn't even look at.
Okay. Yeah,
they didn't mention him because it's kind of awkward considering they never gave him a name.
Yeah. Both were laughing jovially.
That makes it sound like Rob is swinging the sun around. The son is laughing jovially, and the other son who's being ignored is laughing jovially as well. Because this son was being swung around, and both were laughing jovially.
Yeah. Jameson. Named it Jameson.
Hey.
How is my boy?
We called you Jameson because that's when we were drinking when we decided to have you.
Yeah.
We got really drunk, one thing led to another, and then we were asking a surrogate mother to have you for us.
Yeah, exactly. One thing leads to another, and then we're getting a surrogate mother.
Rob asked happily.
My friends have been asking about you, Papa.
Jameson said.
Also, aren't you gonna say hello to Smirnoff?
Hey, Smirnoff, come over here and say hi to Dad. Nah, he doesn't want to say hi.
Yeah, he's a little bit too busy hanging out with Budweiser. Pfft. What a disappointment.
Yeah, Bud's the little baby.
Yeah.
We've all missed you. Even my We've all implies there's more than two. Not even we've both. We've all. Even my teacher asked Daddy about you at Parents' Night. Which is weird.
I'm so happy to be home with you and Daddy, Rob said, fighting back the tears. Our family is finally back together.
All right. We're here, listener. We're here at the point where you need to speak aloud. I want you to speak aloud. We'll give you a moment of silence to say what the story's message was. Because they're about to lay it out for us.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a second. Think about it. Say it. And then we'll tell you what it was.
And then I'll read this paragraph. There is something extraordinary about all of the people in the world. We are all people. Every one of us lives and works and plays and loves. We can be friends. Our children can be friends. People are beautiful. That is the lesson here. We are all people. The end.
No shit.
No fucking shit.
Also, technically speaking, it shouldn't be friends. It should be friends.
Also, technically speaking, not all of us lives, works, plays, and loves. Some people don't work. Some people lead shitty lives and don't play. And some people can't love.
And some people just die.
People do die, but they're not really around anymore.
So there's no reviews for this story, just like how there's no Sailor Moon.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So for Sailor Moonth, we read this gay, furry foot fetish story. I don't know.
I don't know if it was a foot fetish, but it was definitely
this gay, furry
I got
1950s story.
I got the vibe that this was a Safe for Work story written by someone who has like 500, smelling the kangaroo's foot like stories.
Yeah, it's a crossover Sailor Moon crossover story.
Yeah,
it's the best way to describe it.
Fantasy/family.
Yeah.
Rated K for kangaroos.
Kangaroos, for human Anthony. So, if anybody else, if you'd like to see the rest of Kangarooth Jack,
if you'd like to see Kangarooth Jack,
make sure you smash that playlist link in the description.
Yeah, because we've got a whole month of Sailor Moon stuff.
Yeah,
and also,
that actually has to do with Sailor Moon.
Yeah, amazingly, Sailor Moon stuff relating to Sailor Moon. You might say, hey, this is kind of a cop-out, and I say, hey, fuck you. Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, Bob throwing shade.
That was the lesson here. That was the lesson from this video.
That's Bob's full name, Bob throwing shade donut.
Yeah. My last name is Donut.
Yeah, we all legally had our last names changed to Donut.
Blake
we thought it was
Donut,
a good idea.
Yellow Donut.
Connor Donut.
Yeah, Blake Donut.
And Matt Trox.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt Trox.
Because that was too good.
Some things aren't worth giving up.
If you want to hang out with us, we've got a public Discord. There's a link in the description. You can request stories there, or like WikiHows, creepypastas, whatever. Just request anything. It doesn't really matter. Just request it. Send us a link, and then you can also talk to us. There's cool people in there. We hang out in there all the time. So
there's also some not cool people, and you know who you are.
There are some not cool people in there, and you know who you fucking are. Anyways, see you kids later.